Hello, hey, how's it going? My name is Jon O'Brien from the Keystone Contractors Association, and today I'm going to talk about our current strategic plan titled Strategies for Today and Tomorrow. I've given this presentation numerous times, and it has ranged from, I don't know, 45 minutes to a couple hours, depending if we get a lot of questions or comments. And questions and comments are awesome, they're good. But today I'm going to try and no time is of the essence. And I know people don't want to watch a long video of me talking, so I'm going to fly through it pretty quickly here. So yeah, it's a strategic plan 2022 to 2025. We're going to talk a little KCA, set the foundation. We're going to start there. Then we're going to talk about where we are during the planning process and the feedback gathering process, and then where we hope to go over the next few years. Mission of the KCA, hey, we offer some great services and we have awesome companies that belong to us. Let's talk. If you're not a member yet, let's talk. And if you are a member, hope you listen to this and hope you get involved and help us help the industry fulfill a lot of these initiatives and succeed in these areas that we are soon about to talk about. Vision, we just want to get better every day and we want to improve the standards of the industry. And strategic plans are a great way to improve the standards of the industry. So yeah, as far as this strategic plan, we started in the fall of 2021. So at the time, it was probably a 8-month process of working with focus groups and getting feedback. And step one is always a fun first step, the ice breaking, getting people to talk or whatever. But we always started the same every time, and it was think about your day, think about working in the construction industry, and think about what gets you excited to get out of bed, get dressed, and get to the office, get to the job site, get to where you need to get going. And just heard a lot of passion from the comments, heard a lot of, just awesome comments from members, non-members, stakeholders. You could just tell they really love working in the construction industry, and it's the right people to get feedback from when you're working about a plan on improving the standards of the industry. So good stuff. You also need to comprehend and keep in mind what's going on during this feedback gathering process. So let me set the stage, take you back to a while ago here, take you back to fall of 2021 / spring of 2022, and kind of the 4 main items that I kept hearing over and over from a lot of this feedback was, about the supply chain, about the pent-up demand, labor challenges, owners understanding and reading about supply chain issues, but not quite grasping it and how it directly impacts their projects, and a lot of cost and material increases that are kind of hard to understand and hard to grasp or whatever. And just a lot of uncertainty going on that made the construction process even more challenging when you have to explain all that to an owner during the project. So yeah, like I said, 8 months of getting a lot of good feedback and working with members, non-members, other associations, construction end users, working with them to get some good info. And from all the info, we kind of placed it in 3 buckets. Those appear on the screen now: education, workforce, and expanding opportunities. When it comes to education, we, like many other associations, have a good list of committees, but we've noticed that they've, for the most part, sat idle. So we thought a good first step is to revive the committees, get them up and running, get them rocking and rolling. We've had a lot of membership growth over the past couple of years, and new members want to join, and current members, they see the synergy increasing and they see the energy increasing and see all the great synergy that's happening, and they want to get involved and they want to help improve the industry as well. So we thought a good first step was reviving the committees. 2 I'd like to point out is the KCA Legislative Committee. We meet twice a month. Once meet and greet with a legislator just to hear their thoughts on Harrisburg and to express the concerns of the construction industry. And then a second time we meet just to talk about legislative issues. If any of that interests you, let me know. I'll get you on the email list, and it's open to members, non-members, anyone in the industry. And then the safety committee, we've always kind of had a safety committee that works on our safety awards program, but that's kind of where it ended. So now we provide more education and more training and education. And due to membership kind of spread out throughout the whole state, we offer some virtual educational opportunities through the safety committee, and that's every other month. So again, if safety training is your thing and you want to improve in that area, get in touch with us. We will add you to the email list. And we have various other committees that are active as well. So get in touch with us and see how you can get involved and make an impact on your industry. In spring of 2022, we launched the Emerging Leaders Network. This is a group of up-and-coming future industry leaders that meet monthly, and they kind of focus on 3 areas, and that's education, continuously getting better at their craft and their career. 2, community service, giving back is so very important to the industry, and then or to your community. It's something the industry does great, is give back. And then the third thing is relationship building. You know, you're going to have the connections that you meet now. You could kind of have those connections and relationships for your whole career. So, you know, we're focused on creating those solid relationships now at a young age, and each of you can grow together and learn together and improve the industry together. Working with owners, that's important to us, you know, so we're going to continue to work with our industry association partners like COA, AIA, CSI, DBIA, CMAA. That's a lot of initials I'm throwing out, but we're going to continue to work with them to host the Improving Project Outcome series. And if you've gone to these in the past, you know, we pick a topic, whether it's team building or coaching or developing leaders or delivery systems or any sort of safety issue or safety challenge. We pick a topic, and then collectively we get contractors, owners, designers, GC subs, get all the stakeholders in a room, and we spend a lot of time talking about how do we improve project outcomes. Good stuff. And then chambers, you know, we're kind of fortunate in Pennsylvania to have so many amazing, awesome chambers across the state. And I don't think KCA as an association, and I'm not sure our members take advantage of them and all the great networking opportunities and educational events that they offer. So we're going to take our time to put the spotlight on the chambers and build some solid relationships and improve our relationships with the chambers. So keep an eye out for that and see where that takes us. You know, just keep on building those good, positive relationships. Then lastly, under education, you know, I feel like we offer some good content, and we have some very, very knowledgeable people within our network. And we just need to spread the education, spread the word, spread the ways that we are improving the industry. And some ways we do that is, you know, through our social media outlets. And then other ways, you know, we kind of lean on the KCA magazine and the podcast. Magazine is now in year 2, and I think each issue gets better. It comes out quarterly. If you do not receive that magazine and want to, please let us know. If you want to write for that magazine, please let us know if you have a good article topic or you want to get interviewed on something, or if there's an industry topic that we're just not talking about yet in the magazine, get in touch with us. And if you want to advertise too, there's an option there as well. The podcast now in season 3, I think we're the most popular construction podcast in Pennsylvania. We get a couple hundred downloads a week, and our new episode drops every Tuesday. So that continues to get positive reviews from the industry. So keep listening. If you haven't been on yet, get in touch with us. What topics are we missing? I feel like we talk about so much stuff on this podcast, and I love it. It's awesome. But what are we missing? What are we not talking about? Get in touch with us, get in touch with your association, and let's see what's going on. Under workforce, there's a lot of good initiatives that we're rolling out. We have rolled out, we're going to roll out, a lot of good stuff going on with this page of the slide here. The first two kind of go hand in hand when it comes to our industry, the construction industry. We have quite a challenge. We have high suicide rates, we have high addiction rates, high recovery rates. So while a lot of times when people talk about workforce, the attention and all the effort is put into recruitment, which is important. Recruitment is very, very important, and we're going to touch on that in some other points here. But, helping our current workforce is something that we all should be doing. And this is just two ways that we're doing that. So in 2017, the KCA launched the Construction Opioid Awareness Week. That's something we're going to continue, and that's something we hope to improve every year and improve our content and our educational resources and improve our reach. It's plagued our industry long enough. Let's continue to make an impact. Let's keep it going here. We're doing a lot of good stuff in that area, but there's more to do. Mental health, as I mentioned, the suicide rates, the addiction rates, all the just the mental issues and everything going on. COVID definitely didn't help, so everything seemed to have gotten worse. But I don't think to date KCA has done its part to help in that area. So we're soon launching a mental health awareness task force, and this task force understands and knows that there's a lot of excellent, great resources out there. So we're going to focus a lot of energy and efforts into getting the best resources and getting them into the hands of employers and workers and help people that way. And in areas where we see lacking resources, we hope to fill that void and somehow create something, and work on it that way. One thing I am excited about, it's early in the stages, not official yet, but we will be offering mental health first aid courses soon. I believe it's going to be free, but again, we haven't finalized the agreement yet. But we have a great partner, I think, in WellSpan Health, and they're excited to work with the KCA and get this training out there for construction professionals. Social media influencers. If you're like me, you've noticed some positive tradespeople online, whether that be Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or what have you. They're proud to work in construction. They're proud to build our structures, our schools and hospitals, and they're posting messages about how great that project was, or how excited they are to work on X, whatever X is, and we need more of that. It seems like when you read about construction, it's an incident or something's going wrong or negative. We need more positivity. You can't go wrong with more positivity. So we're going to promote positivity, and we want to have a tradesperson of the social media tradesperson influencer of the year. We're working on some catchy names. We don't know the official title yet, but it's coming out real soon. This one I'm pretty excited about. So can't wait to roll that out to the industry. I've talked to some of our labor friends, and they're excited too about it because they see a lot of those postings as well, and they see a lot of positivity from social media, and it's something that we as an industry should be promoting. So I'm excited. Stay tuned. KCA scholarship program. We are now in year 2. The first year, it was just overwhelming how awesome these students are. It was awesome. We had 6 different colleges from across Pennsylvania. We seek applicants from Pennsylvania colleges, either currently or in the future if they're in high school going to a college. And we want Pennsylvania residents that plan to stick around and improve the Pennsylvania construction industry. So like I said, year 2, we're currently in the receiving process and got about 20 or so good applicants already, and the deadline's in a few weeks, I believe. So we'll see what comes in, but I'm excited for year 2. To date, when it comes to workforce, we've kind of focused a lot of our efforts at the higher education level, we being KCA. And, we talk to colleges, a lot of our members go to colleges, talk to the students, job fairs, all that fun stuff. I realize we don't really do anything when it comes to VOTEC. So we're trying to come up with a strategy and just see how can we fill in and how can we help at the VOTEC level, and more to come. So that's in the works. Veteran outreach in 2021, or I'm sorry, 2022, this past year, we did a lot of veteran outreach, and we took the approach to contact organizations and champions that assist veterans transitioning from the military to civilian careers. And we've got a lot of these individuals, and we've taken them and set up tours at training centers across the state. And it's awesome experience, educating them on, the great careers and benefits in construction. How do you go about working in construction? What are some things to look for to succeed in construction? So we reach the people whose jobs and roles in society are to help veterans, and we're educating them. We're focusing our efforts on educating them. And like I said, we did a lot of tours. Last year, we were in Pittsburgh, Altoona, Harrisburg, Lebanon, Philadelphia. This year, we're going to keep it going and do more tours. So if any associations hear this or any companies hear this and you want to get involved, let me know. We can definitely use your help, and we can do this together. So looking forward to collaborating. Next item, HAC. HAC reached out to us a few years ago, HAC being the Harrisburg Area Community College, reached out to us about hoping to start a pre-apprentice program for their construction trades. Not quite sure they did that yet. We did get them in touch with some construction professionals and the Carpenters Union, just to talk about their curriculum and just see what direction they want to go in, and just seeing how we can help and assist them. So the ball's kind of in their court. We approached them and tried to get them up and running. So we're hopeful that comes to a head and they proceed forward with it, and we'll see how it goes. CARP is a minority outreach program through the Carpenters Union. It's awesome. It's been 4 years in Philadelphia, and the past 2 years it's been in Pittsburgh. But that's pretty much it. So we're trying to get it in the rest of the state: Johnstown, Harrisburg, Altoona, Scranton, all those fun places. And the Carpenters are really looking for KCA and our contractors to assist in this process, to open it up and to introduce it to other territories in KCA. So when the timing's right, we're going to reach out to the industry, other associations and contractors, and just see how you can help us in this minority outreach effort. Workforce reentry. Prior to COVID, the Pennsylvania Chamber reached out to us, and they wanted to talk about workforce reentry. We had a handful of meetings, and back then the focus was more on legislation and roadblocks to reentry. Do we need legislation? Is there a way that we could help and assist reentry? And it was great, good stuff, but I feel like some pieces of legislation have been enacted, and I feel like we're at a different phase, phase 2 or 3 or whatever it is. But we're now at the phase now where we want to educate employers on the benefits of hiring a reentry, and address any myths or concerns that they may have. So we're going to do a lot of education this year on that topic, so stay tuned. Lastly, under workforce here, we have high school building trades marketing campaign. This is a exciting project. I'm working with Northern High School. I talked with their marketing and business department teacher, and I told him, we were talking about the construction industry, and I said a major challenge is workforce and attracting younger individuals into the industry. And he said, hey, we have a marketing club that meets after school every other week, and we're looking to create a campaign. Maybe we could come up with something. And they sure did come up with something cool, so something exciting. So for years, it was myself and other, older people talking to high school students about the benefits and why they should consider a career in construction. And in our minds, we had a great message and, great benefits and great reasons to work here. But I'm pretty sure it was in one ear, out the other. So, through this high school marketing campaign, the students are delivering the same message that we gave, but they're delivering it in high school talk and in forms that high school students actually listen to. So they're creating like TikTok videos and other social media messaging to get the message out there. So I'm excited about that, and hopefully other high schools copy that around the state. But right now we're at the pilot phase right here at Northern, and we'll see how year one goes. I'll keep you posted. Expanding opportunities. As the registered lobbyist for our industry, I meet a lot with legislators, and my most positive encounters are always with legislators with a construction background. Not everyone is going to agree with us. Not everyone's going to be on the same page with us. And us being just anyone in general, depending on, it doesn't matter what industry or who you are. Not everyone agrees, but I found that when you talk to construction people, they'll say yes or no. They'll say, yes, I'm with you, or no, I'm not. They don't play games. There's no politicking or anything. So it's very refreshing when you hear talk like that in Harrisburg. So we're creating a elections, kind of election 101 guide. So if you do want to run for office, these are the steps you're going to have to take. And then we also are fortunate to have a lot of professionals with tons of experience, in this field, that have been around politics a long time and know good campaigns and can get involved. So we got a task force of people and people that want to run for office. They can come and meet with this task force and ask advice and see how we can get them moving in the right direction. This next item here, KCA is one of the organizations in Pennsylvania that's part of the Register to Vote Week, which is the third week of September. During that week, we provide a ton of resources to employers for them to post on the job site and in offices, and a lot of messaging as far as how to register, where do you go, all that good stuff, what websites do you need, and all the dates you need to do it by. So we just keep pounding the drum that everyone needs to vote. We don't care who you vote for. We don't care what party, independent, Republican, Democrat, just vote, so that's the main message there. Public construction procurement reform, AKA the Separations Act. If that topic interests you, please get in touch with me. I could spend 2 hours talking about that right now, but we're trying to keep a short video here. So Separations Act, get in touch with me if you want to talk about it. Host a statewide construction conference. This idea really came from 2020 and the COVID era. During that time, you may recall, most definitely you do recall, the construction industry was shut down from March 14th, 2020 until May 1st, 2020. A lot of groups took to lobbying our governor and the legislature to have the construction industry reopen. We took the approach that it's going to reopen someday, but we're a safety first organization. So let's focus on the worker and let's make sure they're safe. So when we do return to working during COVID, we want our workers to be safe. So we united a great group of safety professionals from around Pennsylvania, led mostly by Bob McCall. He's the safety director from the Master Builders Association. Bob did a great job, kind of enlisting some great people to help, and he steered the ship on this one. And we created an awesome document, the Pennsylvania's COVID-19 Plan for Construction. And it was an awesome process. The cool part was in mid-April, when Governor Wolf announced he was going to reopen the industry, he said, I'm doing so, but I'm going to create state guidelines on ways to keep your workers safe. And I'm basing these guidelines off the safety plan that we produced. So that was really cool, really awesome. And the reason I bring that story up was there's a lot of success when you get construction minds from across the state together. So I think there's something to that with a construction conference. Sure there's GOSH, the governor's occupational safety conference, and PA1 called us a lot. So maybe this strategic point here is just to promote the good events that already exist, or do we create our own? So that's kind of what we're thinking right now. We could go either direction on that item. Owner involvement, we just keep everyone engaged, working with the industry, and we want owners to be part of the process as we all want to improve the industry together. Next steps, we're kind of currently in the next steps. All three of these are already happening, but we want to continue to meet with members. Like I've said, I've given this presentation many times. We want to just keep getting the message out there and just keep letting people know these are our initiatives. We want to meet with other associations. We want to partner with them if there's items on here that's on their list. We want to work together. No sense in working in a silo. The more collaboration, the better. So we just want to keep getting the message out there of some of these initiatives and just see who wants to help. We're always looking for people that want to raise the standards of the industry. Lastly, hey, let's connect. Here's website and some other links you might find helpful. But let's connect. Let's talk. Again, I'm Jon O'Brien. 717-884-2801 if you want to talk, or email me at jon@keystonecontractors.com. Thank you very much, and I hope this was helpful.